Good evening, everyone. This is Larry Phillips, and I've entitled this video regarding the raid of Donald Trump. You know, there's been a lot of people in the Christian right sing the praises of Donald Trump for years, and I have not been one of them. I've never been a Trump supporter. I've never been a Biden supporter. I've never been a Hillary Clinton supporter or a Bill Clinton supporter or an Obama supporter. I wasn't a Ronald Reagan supporter, and I certainly wasn't a George Bush Sr. or George Bush Jr. supporter. And if I'd lived back in the time of Truman, I wouldn't have been a Truman supporter. Okay? Or a Tricky Nixon supporter, or L.B. Johnson supporter, you know. This raid of Donald Trump is merely it has nothing to do with anything other than absolute power corrupts absolutely is what it is. You know, if Trump got in and elected again as president, he would try to do everything he could to bring Biden down. And Biden's trying to do everything he can to bring Trump down. This has nothing to do with justice. It has nothing to do with doing what's right. It has to do with doing what's you get paid off for doing. Corruption. And this is exactly what Christ said. Remember what he said? What did John the Baptist say? You know? What did Christ say? What did Christ and John the Baptist call these corruptors? You know, you scribes, you Pharisees, you hypocrites. You know, and Jesus Christ took a whip and drove them out of the temple. He says, "You make my house a merchandising." You know, and this is exactly, Donald Trump has always been about money and about power and about appealing to the popular vote, you know, and I wouldn't trust him as far as you could throw him. You know, I couldn't throw him very far because he weighs quite a bit now, and I wouldn't trust Biden as far as you could throw him. But we have to be reminded that God is the one that ordains who's ever in power, whether it's Biden or Trump or Obama or any of the rest of them I mentioned. Okay? And so all these people that are going down to Mariago, and they're Trump supporters sucked in, just like they were sucked in on January 6th at the Capitol. They better watch out, because Trump could care less about them. It has nothing to do about the people. It has to do about Trump and his power and his money. So they better watch out, because you're playing with fire. Some of those people are still rotting in jail going to the Capitol. And Biden is getting a kick out of persecuting Trump supporters right now. You can bet your sweet dippy on that. And Trump would like to get revenge, and they know it. He'd like to get revenge on Hunter Biden. So all of this is about the fact that we're living in total depravity. Absolute power breeds absolute corruption. That's what this is about. And the reason Christ came is he came to save his people from their sins. And he did it. And on the cross he said it is finished. And one of these days he's coming back for his children. And he's coming back as a conquering king. He's not coming back as a suffering servant. And all of these people who are involved in all this corruption are going to cry for the rocks and the mountains to fall on them and hide them from the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. But for those of us who've been blood-bought, we will be singing the praises of the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive glory and honor and power and wisdom and might. For he's redeemed us unto God. And he is the only one worthy to open the seals, to break the seals thereof. And so don't get all sucked into this raid on Donald Trump. You know, you can put anybody's name in there. Raid on Hunter Biden's laptop. Raid on Hillary Clinton's computer. Raid on Bill Clinton's computer. Raid on Obama. Raid on whatever. They're all equally corrupt. You know, John F. Kennedy wasn't pure as the driven snow, as everyone likes to say he was. He was an adulterer. And say, well, you shouldn't speak evil of the people. We are to expose the evil. Don't give me your Romans 13 exposition. The only time we're supposed to uphold kings is when they're doing what is right, not what is evil. My Bible tells me that we are to flee from evil. We're to abstain from evil, not be supporting of it. You know, and I totally disagree with these pastors who get up and say, well, you have to choose the lesser of the two evils. No, you don't. I don't have to choose any of them. Okay? So anyway, that's my rant for this evening. I hope you all have a good evening. I'm glad to know that God is in control and he's sovereign over all of these things. God bless.